Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome to another video on a weekly car news that I thought I'd try, and specifically around the GT4RS, Mk8 Golf R, and a little bit of talk around car dealers as well. But yeah, bit of a casual video, but let's get straight into it. So yes, welcome back to another video. Something I'd like to try a bit more weekly if I can, and it'll be interesting to gauge your reaction as well to it. Just a little bit of casual car talk. We're on the 27th of July 2020, and yeah, just some latest car news on topics that I kind of talk about in general from my other videos, and yeah, stuff that I think you would find interesting. Please do get involved in the comments. As I always say, it's a bit of a community channel. I like to use that to try and make videos and try and help people out the best as I can. We're all generally car enthusiasts and we like these kind of things, so it's great to get involved, and any comments will probably help towards next week's video as well, to be honest with you. And yeah, I'll be sure to kind of mention it. But yeah, straight on this video, so I wanted to talk a lot about the GT4RS. Now, something that I've done videos on in the past of kind of latest images, but things have kind of gone cold, I've kind of noticed in the last sort of month or so, where nothing's really been shown about it. Now, we're sort of talking about a car which is set to be around sort of 450 PS mark, 450 brake horsepower, you know, looking like it's going to be PDK, but with a 4-litre naturally aspirated engine in a small little car of a Cayman. Now, I really think this is exciting. A lot of people do find it exciting as well. It's a very highly anticipated car. The previous 981 GT4, which I've got a lot of experience in, I absolutely loved. And this is kind of the pinnacle of what Porsche can kind of do in some ways. And they've got a lot of issues with emissions laws, which they've kind of got right with the engine. There's lots of financial pressures. They've got to get a lot of things right. And the price point. Now, a Cayman can't inflict with a 911, so they've got to kind of price it right on that side. £75,000 for a 718 GT4, for example. What's this going to be? Probably maybe less than a base 911, but you're still looking at probably about £90,000. Before you spec it, it's going to easily go above 100. And then the usual stuff of people who aren't actually interested in driving the car and just interested in it in a business perspective, which I do get it, and will want to sell it on for a profit, because Porsches are notoriously great at holding their value or going up in value, particularly with limited edition cars like this one. And, you know, I think it looks cool. The rear wing looks great, and I've got plenty of images on that in the past from like a link up above. And it's going to be a great car to drive. And I think it's like the icing on the cake for an owner, that car can either be retaining its money or gaining you a little bit of money as well, is always great. And I think you've always got to kind of have your business head on if you're spending that amount of money, unless of course you earn so much money that it doesn't really matter. But for people in the real world, this is actually a potential attainable car. You know, the GT4, the Cayman type products from Porsche are, and this is certainly the pinnacle of that. It should be great. You know, it should be a great driver's car. Probably very firm for the road, but you know, that's all part of the experience, isn't it? McLaren Senna style wing is likely to produce some really decent downforce. Get it on a track, that's what you've got to do. And you know, I think for, you know, if you like me, you know, listen, I have one car, Mk8 Golf R. I've documented it on this channel if you're not aware. And you know, yeah, it would be an aspirational thing to kind of have a car like that. Just because I don't have necessarily the funds to afford Porsche or their kind of products at the moment, you know, you can still experience those kind of cars. And if you're from the UK, which most of my followers are, or even if you're not and you fancy coming over once Corona's kind of ended, check out Porsche Silverstone Experience Centre. You know, you can drive a Cayman, a 911, whatever, GT3, GT3RS, GT4, all at their amazing little test track, which is perfect for these kind of cars. You know, really smooth surface because it's a track, really tight and twisty because, you know, Caymans are quite agile, and loads of different activities there. I love doing that. I try to get myself on that at least a couple of times a year and just rag around a Cayman, really. You know, I don't have to worry about the price of brakes, depreciation, tyres, servicing, insurance, all that kind of stuff, tax in this country, which is a lot. You know, you just flat fee, 90 minutes of having fun with actually a professional instructor as well. So I would recommend that, and if you're not really aware of more about that, check out other videos on my channel, because I have done that in the past, and it's a really cool thing to do. And for £300, for me, it's an absolutely no-brainer to drive a car, say like a 718 GT4. It's barely any proportion of the total value of that car. The ones that they tend to have are well spec'd with carbon ceramics and every single option you can kind of hope for. So you're looking at like a £90,000 car that you can have a lot of fun with. And yeah, I've always enjoyed that, and it's kind of like it's always like a taster of what you can get and what you're trying to aspire to achieve in your life. So I really think that's cool. See what I'm going to try and get myself into a 718 GT4. Spent a lot of time in the 981 GT4. I may try that again. It's not currently available, but I want to test it out and give my feedback to you guys on the channel in a future video, as I've mentioned before. GT4RS should be awesome, so really looking forward to that. News has gone flat on it. That's my kind of news on it. Let me know what you kind of want to see as well in the comments below from this kind of car. The next topic I wanted to talk about is Mk8 Golf R. Now, again, news has kind of gone a little bit flat. Now, I choose this image, which I hope you can see okay, just because it's looking up at amazing countryside in Germany. Reminds me a little bit of the UK, to be honest, because that's where these cars are amazing. I love my Golf R. I love it in any conditions. That looks pretty cool, and I think a lot of people, particularly on my channel, are looking forward to the Mk8 Golf R, and I'm sure you are as well, just to see, can they raise the bar? They set the benchmark in my mind, and I love my car. I can't ever see myself parting with it, to be honest with you. But the Mk8 Golf R, we haven't heard any sort of like announcements of release dates. We've heard stuff on the Mk8 GTI, but I don't know about you, but I'm not really like massively taken by that car in terms of probably what it meant in the past. That a lot of people are into it for the GTI heritage and the GTI name. Great car, but I like the R because I think a lot of people went for it because of itself. It was a good product to try. Something new. A lot of people loved it for the V6 engines in like the R32, and just the four-wheel drive that came with it, the full motion technology. And the Mk7 Golf R really upped the game because it actually finally made one which was a dailyable car. I daily mine. Mine's coming up to 30,000 miles. I've done a lot of driving in it, and it's been fine. It's been the best car I've had, and possibly will ever have until, well, see what this one's like. Don't know about release dates. It's a shame Goodwood Festival Speed didn't go ahead, otherwise we would have by now. It sounds like they've got some teething issues with like making sure all the tech is right. Surprise, surprise. That's affecting like the ID3, but you've got to remember a lot of the kit is all transferable. So they're going to stick bits in all sorts of cars to try and test them out, I guess, as well. So we'll have to see what happens to that. Looking like it's probably going to be around early 2021. But I'm still hopeful, and as soon as I hear something, you'll hear it on this channel. I'll put a video up saying, blah, blah, blah. Golf R Mk8 is going to be released at this time. This is how much it's going to cost. And get some more word on what the car is going to be like. I think we've got a pretty good idea. Full motion, 330 brake horsepower, emissions to the max, so that you can't hear anything, whatever exhaust you put on it. You're just gonna have to accept that. 5-door only, so no 3-door. And yeah, a good car, and something we will have to just wait on to find out more news, which is a shame because I see the Golf as just like that real world car. You really can do anything you want with it. We've got some amazing roads in the UK around sort of like Wales, or even in England and Scotland. You've got the North Coast 500. That's the kind of car that can still do that and put a smile on your face, even around supercar, sports car type territory. And yet when you're strolling into the office and you're stuck on the motorway or the highway, it also does the job. And also when the weather turns and it's snowing or it's raining, it's just that amazing car. This one is looking like it's going to be DSG only, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I think that's just the way things are. It's naturally going to be more efficient. Something that I'm going to keep a close eye on to see what happens. See what happens with it. And maybe, again, have a series in sort of the back of my channel where I can kind of show that car to you guys. So we'll have to see. I'm loving my Mk8 Golf R, and financially it makes massive sense, and it's a great car. So I'm not going to go for something just because it's the latest new thing. It's got to make sense for your life, really. But a cool car nonetheless, and something, you know, we'll have to look forward to seeing. Final little sort of car news related topic is about car dealers, because around this time, around the coronavirus, you know, they've got a stronghold over a lot of people because they want them in and out. They want to make some money back. They've lost a lot of money and they want to make a lot of car sales. And I just feel it's a case where they're going to cut corners. If you haven't seen my previous videos around my experience with car dealers from my service and my warranty and my battery issues and getting overcharged for stuff and my car getting ragged around and smelling of smoke when I'm a non-smoker in the car isn't really a best experience. And yeah, thanks for the support and the comments on that one actually as well. It's really interesting to see from your side as well what you thought of it. I think car dealers really do have a stronghold over so many people who just don't know their product, their own car. They're not a car enthusiast, or they're just generally busy. You know, I worked 5 days last week trying to make it work, to drop my car off, to pick it up, to listen to the updates, to keep it there overnight, to then, you know, discuss what needs to be done, and, you know, to talk to the person, to get all that sort of stuff whilst you're trying to work hard. This is not my full-time job by any means. You know, this is just a hobby and I enjoy sharing the content with you. See where it goes. You know, it's tricky for a lot of people. It's really, really stressful times, and it's just something I would like to say, you know, keep an eye out. You know, you've just got to not get caught out on these things. They'll just try and have you over all day long, and it's definitely put me off going to dealers. You know, main VW dealer. A few people said I should actually put a complaint directly to VW. I don't know where that's going to go. You know, it might just go straight over the top of their head. But I will try that as well. Just, you know, for you guys more than anything. I think for me, a lot of what I try to do is to try to help the next person out. If I have a bad experience, it will make me happy if someone else doesn't have that same horrible experience from a dealer. They won't necessarily maybe check the same things that I check, or, you know, I can kind of learn from that experience for you guys. And that's really most of it. Just kind of, you know, watch your back around this time. You know, it's they're going to push for like they were pushing me in the UK. We have our annual MOTs, which we have to do. My car's over 3 years old, so it has to get done. I know mine's been pushed back to the end of October, yet they were still pushing me to do it there and then. And I'm like, oh, I'm not being funny. October's still quite a few months away. Why would I do it now? I know it's more convenient, but, you know, all you're going to be doing is renewing it earlier. That's how it works in this country. So you've just got to have your wits about you. And yeah, and because of that, you can then enjoy the car that you love, whether you're an enthusiast or not. You've just got to be aware of these things. So yeah, that's my kind of little update this week. A pretty casual video, to be honest with you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll try and do sort of a Monday evening type video, you know, start of the week, listen into it, see what you think. I hope you've enjoyed it. Any comments that will come from here will certainly help for kind of next week's episodes or future episodes, should they happen. I'll just take those and maybe actually reply to them in the next video to help other people out. So yeah, any questions, let me know. And even if I don't reply to the comment, you'll see a video on it and you'll get a response. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of little chat, little update. GT4RS I think is exciting. Mk8 Golf R is exciting. Car dealers are not exciting. They're not great. Yeah, I've already scoped out a specialist in Milton Keynes that I think I'll go to next time. I might see if they can do my MOT in a month or two, just to check them out and share that with you. I know a lot of people with Golf Rs, they want to find the right place, some decent people to go to, and I'm desperate to find those and promote them basically. But yeah, hopefully I can find them. I'm sure they are out there. But thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and yeah, drop a comment and like the video if you've enjoyed this content. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.